just to remind everyone, this special appropriation was one of three that was introduced by Councilmember Reamer and myself late last year, as part of a package with the school resource officer bill that we introduced to remove the school resource officers, which actually has a public hearing tonight. It's kind of advantageous that these would land on the same day, but also redirect that funding and send the signal that we want to redirect that funding to support restorative justice practices, which the school system has underway, as the packet lays out, but that in my discussions with administrators and other school leaders, and I appreciate the budget that was prepared here, that work could be accelerated and be spread to more of the schools and train more staff. And we know from research that restorative justice training, and I know from personal experience, having had my daughter who had a horrible incident at a school where her hand was slammed in a door by a metal door by a fellow student. And we had a restorative justice circle with him and his parents, and we were all crying by the end. And it was a great example of, I think, the focus and the depth and breadth of that programmatic approach to really reduce harm and address the harm that happened, and allow both the person who was responsible and the victim in this scenario to have some healing. And it's not a disciplinary approach. And that can be used in a lot of contexts and is used around the country and is used in MCPS, but we need to speed it up. And I think it's directly related to the disparate discipline we see, which I know we're working on, but also the disproportionality in arrests for particularly Black and Latino and students with disabilities. And so I'm interested to hear from the school system. I appreciate their putting a budget together of how you would use this money. I know there's considerations anytime we give money to MCPS, but I think this is an important pot of money and an important plus up, especially as we look to re-enter school, that we're going to need more of these types of services, more mental health supports, more training to address trauma that we know our students are dealing with, and any sort of disciplinary or other types of actions that come from everything that is going on with our kids in our schools right now. So appreciate the opportunity to just frame it a little bit and look forward to the discussion. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.